Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you are here. I welcome all of you, old and new. If you are new here and you want to learn more about how I read, you can find that information in the description box below. If any of you, old or new, or just stopping by, are wanting to know more about what I do in addition to my channels, you can find my web address in the description box below. And let's see, we're just going to go ahead and get going. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your continued support and being here and just being a part of the channel and sharing in this journey. So I just really appreciate all of you. If any of this resonates with you, I ask that you do hit that like, subscribe, the notification bell, and share, as all of these, each all on their own, do help me and they help the channel, and it helps getting these messages out to anyone else who could possibly benefit from them as well. So without further ado, I was getting ready to do the reading, and all of a sudden, specifically this deck popped into my head, the African Goddess Rising Oracle. Love this deck. And then I just started to pull, and these are the ones that they had me pull. I do have some various types of tarot here available also. So we are just going to get started and we'll see what comes forward. All right, so let's get started. So funny story, I have to tell you this first. So I always do pre-shuffle, right, of all the cards. And I shuffled it again. As I was shuffling them, it was like all of a sudden I was like, Pele, P-E-L-E, Pele. I knew it was a goddess, but I didn't know for what, or what she represented or anything. And it was funny because then when I got around to this deck and I was shuffling it, and when I finished, I went to go set it aside, and it was like, oh my gosh, oh, look who is on the bottom of the deck. There she is, Pele. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it is about divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's truest desire? And it's interesting because it's like, look at that explosion from that volcano, right? And it's like, look at all that can spark from that passion. And it just felt so beautiful. And it does feel like it will bring, it does bring peace, inner peace, by allowing ourselves to explore, discover, and experience what our true divine passion is. And if you don't know, that's okay. Go on a journey. See what comes forward for you. So we'll see if she comes back out again, or if we use that deck again. And then the other thing is I felt that I was supposed to pull this. So as I was moving the boxes out of the way, this is just something I found on one of my walks. It's just a ball, and I found it on one of my walks as I was going to the gym. And I don't know, I felt really compelled to pick it up and bring it home. I thought, well, that's weird because, the kids, we have tons of Nerf guns here. We have Nerf gun wars. We have, so we have tons of these around the house, but I just really felt I was to pick this up. And when I got it home, I was like, I don't understand. Why did I need to bring this home? And then it was put a face on her. And it was just so bizarre because, so I did. And, at first it was just the eyes and the smiley. And it was like, no, feminine. So I put the eyelashes on her. And I don't know why, but for some reason I was prompted to bring her out and put her up here for today's reading. So that's what we're doing. She'll be up here and nestled with several of my Andarians. And she's actually between two of the Temple of Truth Andarians. And I find it interesting that First Paley came out, and then that came out. So let's get started. Let's see what's happening here. And we are being prompted to use this deck first. All of these decks, of course, have been pre-shuffled. I do like to shuffle while I'm on camera, just so that you can see that they do get shuffled. One more. And we will do a split. Okay, let's see what is going to come forward for us today. Oh, see, I was going to take that, but it didn't come. I don't take them unless they fall out and flip over and stay in the deck but flip over, and or if I feel prompted that there's one that I'm supposed to pick up. Wow. So this is interesting because, okay, remember, oh, darn it, I put her away again. Why do I keep doing that? I think that's significant. Okay, there she is. All right, we're going to leave her out because she keeps coming up. So I think that the two of these very significant. And note the color in both, being carried out in both. So Nundi, and it means, or her card is her name. And again, my apologies if I'm saying it wrong. And then we have truth, but it is self-reflection. And didn't I say with this, it's be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? And I said, if you don't know, that's okay. Just go within, look, do some discovery. So and again, you know, bringing out that ball here and it was very, you know, make it a girl, give her eyelash, okay. So it does feel like, and if you're a guy watching this, it's not, well, don't assume it's automatically that it's not your reading, because we all have divine feminine, divine masculine within ourselves. So it could be that it still applies to you, you know, but again, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeah, there really feels like there's, you know, you're on a quest. If whether you know it or not, you're on a quest. There's self-searching happening. Wanting to learn to understand something about yourself. And in the process, it may not even be that, oh, well, what's my passion? I don't know. Okay, gotta find, you know, I feel like it's more of, you may be working on something else that has to do with the self. And in that journey, you're going to, excuse me, you'll discover more than just what you're, and I don't mean just as in, it doesn't mean that much. I mean, you'll discover more than your divine passion. You hold an opportunity to learn what is your true self, and something that you could be very passionate about. It speaks to you in some way that just really sparks the divine energy within. What does this truth mean for the viewers? And again, please remember, this is a general reading for the collectives. So you know, there may be parts and pieces that resonate. The whole thing may resonate, you know. Cards are really taking their time here. Thank you. Concentration. So, and vision's on the bottom of the deck. So it's about this inner vision is what's going to be really important. You may want to look up Bobcat energy, but it can bring out the sun. It may also lead to an awakening or a reawakening or a further awakening of the third eye. Concentration here. Look at the difference in the energies here. This is interesting to me. So we're going to hold it like this. Or if you want to make sure we don't. All right. Look at the difference in the energies here. Okay. Very open, very free, very searching, very ready to learn and take in truth. Very gentle. The water's very calm. The water's very still, right? But then look at this. The concentration. There's all these swords. There's keeping your mouth shut. There's, I would say, jealousy, the green-eyed monster, as they say, you know, for jealousy at play. Jealousy and envy could be about heartbreak. And an idea that has been so enshrouded with overgrowth that it's within a spider web. So it could be maybe for those of you who have been doing this, you've been doing it so intently that it's creating disruption. For others of you, it could be simply it's almost like this whoever that is within your circle or circles that has this jealousy, this envy, whether it is, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is wherever this is at, whether it's yours or someone else's, it's creating blockages. It's almost like it's trying to silence you. The other part of that could be too is if you're dealing with a lot of envious, jealous people around you, it may be beneficial to maybe not share what you're doing with that particular person, group, whatever. I mean, you can share with others that you, I heard the word explicitly trust. But I am hearing for some it's important to be careful because maybe those you trust are not, because you're looking at it through I'm hearing clouded perceptions, clouded beliefs, because if you're on a journey trying to discover more about yourself, then it could simply be that you might not be seeing things clearly about the circle that is around you at this moment. As you can see, my cat is in my lap. Okay, where are we going to go from here? And you're showing me this one, so we're evidently going to bring this one out. Aw, baby, you got to get down. You got to get down. Sorry. He likes to join me for card readings, which is great. The feline line are part of my protectors, but he's very insistent on attention. Okay, we have green Tara. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. So there are some that are wanting to do this, but feel I don't have time for that. It takes too much time. I don't have time for that. I have all these responsibilities, all these things I have to do. And again, when we create that energy, we just create more of that, by the way. So, and there's nothing wrong with everyone who is part of a unit, whether it's a household, a business, whatever, a classroom, whatever, to pull their weight. Not that this has anything to do with anything we're talking about, but there is something about this mint-like color that just really speaks to me for some reason. One of my Andaras closely matches that. That's funny. Even with my peacock, or I can see how some of that, I don't know if that really shows up in here, but how some of that is also in here. All right, let's get one from here. I don't know what will fall out here and how it'll fall out because these are just, they're so big. It's difficult to shuffle them. Okay, that's like way too many. We'll see what comes out, but wow. Okay, things are just, it's amazing to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to take them. We also have feathers. So again, be honest with yourself. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see? Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire, right? Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay. Let's move this one. And we'll put that there. And we'll just kind of switch. Sorry. Okay, we have feather. Be honest with yourself. There is somewhere in your life you haven't been upfront. And maybe, I don't know, should I hold it that way or is that confusing because of the direction? So there is some place where there needs to be more honesty. And trust me, I understand if you're sitting there going, I don't have any idea what you're talking about because I don't feel like I'm not telling myself something. I've been there, done that also. So, you know, it's be patient with yourself, meet yourself where you are. And, you know, we can put out the invitation and invite to have this come forward so that we recognize it and understand it, to bring it into our conscious awareness, right? So that then we can begin to learn about that, move towards that, etc. All right, so we have light, and it says, weave your manifestations by the light of stars and listen to your inner voice. I'm not sure why the word here, manifestations, and I don't really know what was there. So there's that one. I feel this one is significant though, because again, it's weaving your manifestations. So we manifest all the time, whether we realize it or not. We manifest by our words, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, right? And when we have, usually unknowingly, have different beliefs, operation between our consciousness and our subconscious, we can create a great deal of imbalance, right? And I really feel like this is talking about, well, but if we do this work and we find out what is it that I really want, what is it that what is my heart's truest desire? What is it that I can feel passionate about, excited about, fun about, that I have fun with? And this, you know, the little smiley face, right? We want to have fun with what we do. We want to enjoy what we are doing. We want to enjoy life. And with all that said, I feel like it's, you know, it's important for us to have this understanding of the self. I don't know. They're telling me to put this where you can see it. So maybe we'll move this and stick this here. How's that? I'll put it in my pocket. I got a hoodie on, so it lets me have a little pocket here. Okay, next we have discovery. Again, didn't I say it's time, you know, go in and discover? Reawaken your sense of discovery and expedition. These are beautiful cards, and I apologize if they're kind of hard to see. This one over here with this one. All right. Next we have owl. Pay attention to the winds of change. So we do know that change is coming, right? So we can either learn to shift and move and go with the flow of the winds of change, or, you know, not. That's our choice, free will, free choice. How that turns out for us may not work out very well if we're going to fight it. We do have here also the owl. with the feathers. So this is telling me that you may be finding feathers out and about. So maybe keep your eyes open for that. And if you see them, this is just letting you know that, yes, you know, a Most High, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, whatever that is for you, your team, your guides, your ancestors, whatever, you know, whatever you utilize there is just letting you know, yes, we are here with you. We are, you know, and again, my walk to the gym is always just, not always, but frequently has wonderful surprises for me, like finding that. This was something else I found. And if you're interested, you can always go and look it up yourself. But I found this seal on my walk, and again, felt very, no, you need to pick this up. And when I took it home and it washed it up and everything, and then I looked up what the meaning of it was, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's so fit for what I was, you know, doing and working on in that moment. Another time I was walking and I literally found 5 different feathers on my way. It's just amazing sometimes what we can see when we look. So we have lion, believe in your own power. So some of you may be struggling to believe that you're powerful. Also, I would suggest if any of you are enjoy, you know, animal spirit, animal totems, that kind of thing, you may want to look some of these up and see what comes up. Okay. We're going to see what comes with this deck. For numbers, we do have 3 and 34 on the table. 3 and 34. I was looking at the feather card for these. Yeah, see? Be honest with yourself. There is somewhere in your life where you haven't been upfront. So the interesting thing is okay, so we have the 3 of Cups, a celebration happening, and the Hermit. And then we have the Death card and the 9 of Swords. So what I'm hearing or feeling and hearing from all of this would be this inner exploration, this inner discovery, this inner exploration, and all of this support that you have happening here, right? Reasons to celebrate, because it's when you go within, Hermit, right? You're going to be able to put an end to all of this anxiety, angst, worry, tension, stress, because you're going to discover. There's a discovery within that is available for you to help you to put an end to all of that stress and that worry. Yeah. Okay. No, they're saying stick with this one. So let's look at Owl. Pay attention to the winds of change. King of Pentacles. So whether you are male or female doesn't matter. We do have a masculine energy showing up here with the King of Pentacles. Pay attention to the winds of change. So I would say that this journey somewhere, somehow, in some way is going to either shift your money experiences, or it is going to bring in someone who could possibly help you, because again, we have delegation. So maybe, you know, you're going to be bringing in someone, or you'll meet someone or run across the path of someone. Maybe it's somebody who just has really great advice, or somebody who's a professional when it comes to finances that you may decide to hire, or maybe you're friends with someone who, you know, you could delegate, hey, I really need some help in figuring this out, or can you take care of? Let's see. What else? What else can you tell me about this King of Pentacles? with the Page of Pentacles. So this person may be coming in with an offering of some sort that has to do with money. Whether that's a job offering, a collaboration, a project to work on. It could be any number of things because, again, you know, it's going to be how it plays out for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But there is an offering coming in somewhere along the line in this journey. Let's get more on the light. Weave your manifestations by the light of the stars and listen to your inner voice. Wow. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me find something. Bear with me for just a moment. I want to find something so that I can show you through the imagery. Watch it be the last one. Not funny, but funny. Nope. That's funny because these cards are together in here too. And it's interesting. So we have the 8 of Swords here and the Devil over here, but we have Justice in between in this deck. And again, I don't know why they were telling me to pull this deck to show you this, but it's interesting to me that is there as well. All right. So here's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so first of all, to me, just so that you're aware, to me in the minor arcana, for me as a reader, the 8 of Swords is a minor arcana version of devil energy. Okay. There's this moving on, right, which we see again here. And I do this because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I feel when I'm prompted to do this, I believe and feel that someone needs the correlation imagery to help them. So that's what I do. But we do have moving on. And again, remember I said somebody's going to offer you something here. Now this looks like somebody who is in business, in corporation, in a professional capacity of some sort. This could be you moving up the ladder, getting a raise, going to a different position. This could be you, you know, just getting your delegations and your finances and things in order so that you can move on and move past towards the goals that you may discover or that you may have, and you're going to discover more things along the way. But this is about leaving behind all of the turbulent water and going to the calmer waters, being able to find some stability, finding some peace. Now, with that said, I do feel, because we have the 7 of Cups here, I'm sorry. We have the 7 of Cups here. There's this, I heard the word overwhelm. There's this feeling of overwhelm. My ear is itching on my left side, which is receiving. So it could be that, you know, everybody has an opinion, right? Everyone has an opinion. Everybody's giving you their information. And this is creating a lot of confusion for yourself. And this can cause us to feel very stuck, because then we sit here with all this information and then we're like, now I don't know what to do, right? There's nothing wrong with getting advice. There's nothing wrong with researching, but it is really about then not giving it the power to keep you stuck and keep you down. It is about, okay, all right, I have this information. Do the reflection, look and truly into your heart and ask yourself, okay, what do I want from all of this? Maybe it's not about, well, what do I do? Oh no, what do I do? This person said this is, do you feel the difference in the energy there? Okay, I have these in front of me. What of this is fact? What of this is conjecture? What feels right to me to do this? You know, for any of you, you know, remember from when you were in school or in college, right? And you had to do papers on stuff. You had to research things. You had to look things up. And from that point, you then had to synthesize down all that information into something of your own work that represented your takeaway from everything you've gathered. So it's kind of, it is the same thing. It's the same thing. I also feel like this was significant in the sense that because I feel like, well, let's move that one out. I feel like it was significant that they showed me to pull this, and this came out, that these two are together here in the deck. And this deck, again, has been shuffled multiple times, and yet they came out again together here. But we do have justice. And I feel like this is saying there is justice as the possibility that will allow you to move on. It's just going to require you to do checking in for yourself and not allowing and I just heard the word dictation, the dictations of others to determine what you do. Again, there's nothing wrong with gathering information, but we still need to take ownership of the responsibility of what are we going to do with that information? Well, and you do with it whatever is aligned for you. I'm just relaying what I'm getting. It would make sense to, okay, let me sit down. Let me look at all of the information that I've gotten. Again, what is fact? What is conjecture? What resonates with me? What doesn't resonate with me? What is it that I really want to achieve, right? And whatever it is I want to achieve, what is it going to take for me to achieve that? I'm over here. I want to achieve this. What is one thing, even one thing that I can do to change that? And then what out of all of this that I've gathered, is there anything out of all of this that I've gathered that relates to that could help me to move forward? Is there anything else I can delegate out to others to help me to move forward more smoothly, more swiftly, or to at least just take away all of the stuff that's keeping me bogged down and stuck so that I can just move forward? Okay, let's look up Lion. Let's get some more on the Lion energy, please. Thank you. Two of Swords, a choice or a decision. Believe in your own power. See, again, it's believe in your own power. And that's why I heard that dictation. It's not, it's not about letting somebody else run the show. It's not like saying, okay, here I have this problem. Okay, you take care of it. Right? There's a difference between that and, all right, this is what I'm wanting to accomplish. This is what I'm going to be doing about it. I'm delegating to you this step, this portion, or however that looks. I would also say too, for me, in the Minor Arcana, there are two cards in the Minor Arcana that to me represent the Minor Arcana's version of justice. Two of Swords is one of them. The Six of Pentacles is the other one. So I do feel like if you choose to believe in your own power and to move in your own power, there is about having balance between the emotion and the intellectual. Yes, we do want to consider our heart. We do want to look into our heart. What is our heart's truest desire? We want to move and honor that, right? How can we do that in a rational way? So it really is balancing the emotional and the mental, the spiritual, the physical, right? And again, this can be taken two different ways. This could be making a choice or a decision not based on fact by what you see in front of you, but by your heart. At the same time, she has her heart blocked. So if we're not checking in with our heart, how are we going to know? Other people, for others of you, it can be more, it's about like Lady Justice, she typically wears a blindfold, and it's so that she's not being swayed by the emotion. She is looking at the facts. And again, I feel like it is about having a balanced combination, and that's going to look different for each person. Let's look at discovery. Reawaken your sense of discovery and expedition. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like there is success. And again, didn't I say the Six of Pentacles for me is like a minor arcana justice card? And there they both are. The Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So I do feel like by doing this, there are things that you could be creating that are about balancing the scales. This isn't about going on a shopping spree, although for some of you it could be, but this is about, again, your money is what a lot, whatever all of this is, I feel like it's this passion that maybe you're in a job that you're just feeling is not fulfilling you financially, much less emotionally and in your heart and in your fire. It's not something you're passionate about. Maybe you don't have a job and you're wanting something to be passionate about. But it is about discovering what that is. And it looks like it's going to pay off, right? Because you have this moving on, you have this offering and somebody coming in who understands finances and how to work with finances and move you through these paces. And again, to me, these are both minor arcana justice cards. You know, if you need to go find a professional to help you, a financial advisor to help you to learn how to manage your money, there is I'm hearing no shame in that. There's like somebody or someone's has a embarrassment about the state of their finances. And it's like, you know what? It's kind of like that saying, you know, when something terrifies you, you know, do it afraid, right? Go ahead and just do it. If you know that that's the aligned thing for you to do and that it's the right, but it's just your fear holding you back. They tell you, you know, push through with your bravery and your courageousness and just do it, because it will break that barrier and allow you to move forward. It's kind of like the same thing. If you are feeling embarrassed or ashamed, honor that. Yes, acknowledge that, okay? So that you can process it and let it go and move on. There's no need to sit here and hold on to that shame and embarrassment, because that does not serve you. It is not going to shift things, and you're only helping yourself to create more of what you don't want, right? It takes a powerful person to say, you know what? I didn't do this well. And, you know, okay, fine. I acknowledge that, but now I'm making a difference. I have decided enough is enough. I'm going to do something different now to create a different story. You know, obviously finding someone who aligns with you as far as like your values and your approach to life, you know. So anyway, here we go. All right. Let's see, what does the universe have for us as far as messages? This may be too many, maybe not. We'll see. Ugh, there's 4 of them. All right. So true. See, energy flows where my intention goes. So here's my thing though. If your intention is something high vibrational and great, but it's backed by fear, shame, guilt, embarrassment, right? Do you see how that's not going to allow you to be in the flow? You may say, oh no, I've decided I'm just going to be in the flow and I'm just going to go do this. Well, that's great. But if you're truly in your heart feeling and you're just not acknowledging all of these lower vibing energies, or if it's on a subconscious level, then how are you going to be able to move forward? So, you know, there may be some energetic type work. Not trying to plug myself, but yes, if that's, you know, if that's something you're interested in doing, again, my information's in the description box. Whether that's me or somebody else that you know, or somebody else that you discover that you feel like that's the person I want to work with to clear this stuff out, that's an option. If you're wanting to go strictly with, you know, 3D and because it's, you know, earthy and that's your approach, no judgment, then go do that. Finding somebody who can help you achieve what you're wanting to achieve. That's the important goal. So energy flows where my intention goes. So it is wanting to make sure that your intention is in alignment with you and that you don't have any underlying lower vibing energies, beliefs, thoughts, practices, even things that you've inherited, whether it's from collectives or family or way back ancestry, it doesn't matter. You know, you're wanting to make sure that this stuff is cleaned up and cleared out. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. So again, yes, this has been a huge one for me, right? There is doing your part, doing your steps, right? But it was a very, very hard lesson for me. And it's one that comes up, not going to lie, comes up again. And I have to be reminded, okay, yes, it is about doing my part. Yes, it is about me taking and thinking out these steps and moving forward. But being in the flow means I take the step and then I let it go. I'm not attached to it. I'm not trying to dictate it or control how it happens, when it happens, where it happens, who's going to be involved in it. This is what it's going to look like. And it better look this way or it's just not acceptable. Because then again, we're getting in the way. We're not allowing this to flow at all. We're trying to dictate and orchestrate exactly what's going to happen. And things, you know, never say never, but things tend to not work out well when we do that. The next we have is obstacles are detours in the right direction. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Now, I don't know about you, but oh, that's interesting. So I saw the same design in this card, but it didn't click until just now. I'm not sure why, but the design on the background here makes me think of the spider web in this one. And that star, that wish, that desire is wrapped up in this spider web. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. So there is something that is at play that has detoured you, but we can get stuck in those detours, right? Which is why we're being told to go within and look within. And next we have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Joyful. Oh, there she is. And it's even yellow and round like she is. That's funny. Yeah, so again, it's that anxiousness, that anxiety, that tension, that worry, that stress, right? Then we just create more and more and more of that. So it is about being able to truly find whatever it is that works for us to shift us out of that anxiousness, stress, worry, tension, anger, resentment, but whatever that is for you, to shift that energy so that we're not feeling that way. Okay. Do we have anything else? I just heard, nope, that's about it. So this is where we are going to end this reading. I hope you found this helpful. Have given you food for thought, as well as some action steps that you could possibly take. And yes, I wish you well. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.